Have you ever pondered the possibility of a transgender woman giving birth? It's a topic that's not often discussed, but it's an important one. In our society, there's a common misconception that the concept of childbirth is exclusive to cisgender women. This, however, is not entirely accurate. Transgender women, those who have transitioned from male to female, can also experience the joy of parenthood. Yes, it may not be in the traditional sense that we're accustomed to, but with the advancements in medical science, it's a possibility that cannot be overlooked. It's essential to understand this, not just from a societal perspective, but also from a medical viewpoint. As future healthcare providers, or even just as informed citizens, we should be aware of the diverse range of experiences that can occur within the realm of childbirth. As we delve into this topic, keep an open mind and consider the scientific and medical possibilities. Before we can discuss childbirth, we must first understand what it means to be a transgender woman. A transgender woman is someone who was assigned male at birth based on physical characteristics, but identifies and lives as a woman. This sense of gender identity is deeply personal and not necessarily related to an individual's physical body or how they were raised. Transitioning is a process through which some transgender people begin living as the gender with which they identify, rather than the one assigned at birth. This process can include social changes like name and pronoun changes, wardrobe adjustments, and sometimes medical aspects such as hormone therapy and surgeries. Hormone therapy for transgender women typically involves estrogen, which can influence the development of secondary sexual characteristics like breasts and a more feminine distribution of body fat. It also often involves androgen blockers, which reduce the effects of testosterone, the hormone that typically promotes more masculine characteristics. For some, surgery may be an option. Procedures can include breast augmentation, facial feminization surgery, and genital reconstruction surgery, often referred to as bottom surgery. Each of these procedures aims to align the individual's physical appearance more closely with their gender identity. However, transitioning is not just about the physical changes. It's also about an internal journey of self-discovery and acceptance. The psychological and emotional aspects of transitioning can be as significant, if not more so, than the physical ones. Many transgender women experience a sense of relief and affirmation from finally being able to live as their authentic selves. Yet it's important to remember that every transgender woman's journey is unique. Not all transgender women choose to or can afford to undergo hormone therapy or surgery. And that's okay. The core of being a transgender woman lies not in these procedures, but in one's self-identified gender identity. Now that we have a basic understanding of what it means to be a transgender woman, we can discuss the possibility of childbirth. Childbirth is a complex process that involves many parts of the body, including the uterus, ovaries, and vagina. Let's break down this intricate ballet of biology into four main acts: conception, pregnancy, labor, and delivery. Conception begins when a sperm fertilizes an egg in the fallopian tubes. This fertilized egg, or zygote, then travels down to the uterus, where it implants into the uterine lining and begins to grow. This marks the start of pregnancy. Pregnancy is a journey that lasts approximately 40 weeks, divided into 3 trimesters. During this time, the fetus develops nourished and protected by the mother's body. The mother experiences hormonal changes, physical adaptations, and the joyous yet sometimes daunting anticipation of becoming a parent. Then we move on to labor, the process by which the body prepares to deliver the baby. Contractions of the uterus push the baby down the birth canal or the vagina. This is often the most challenging part of childbirth, requiring incredible strength and resilience. Finally, delivery is the moment when the baby exits the mother's body. In a vaginal delivery, the baby is pushed out through the vagina. In a cesarean section, the baby is surgically removed from the uterus. Now, for transgender women, these processes may differ. Transgender women are individuals who were assigned male at birth but identify and live as women. Currently, they are unable to conceive and carry a pregnancy naturally due to biological constraints. However, advancements in medical technology such as uterine transplants are opening up possibilities for transgender women to experience pregnancy and childbirth. There are still many hurdles to overcome, both medical and societal, but the future holds promise. Transgender women may also become parents through adoption or surrogacy, demonstrating that the journey to parenthood can take many forms. While childbirth can be a challenging process for any woman, it can be particularly complex for transgender women. But remember, the beauty of childbirth lies not just in the biological process, but in the love and commitment that it symbolizes. It's a journey that transforms an individual into a parent, a truly extraordinary transformation. The idea of a transgender woman giving birth may seem impossible to some, but medical science is constantly advancing. Indeed, one cannot ignore the significant challenges that exist in this arena. The first hurdle to consider is anatomical. Transgender women are typically born with male anatomy, which doesn't naturally allow for the process of pregnancy and childbirth. Hormonal challenges also pose a significant roadblock. Even with hormone therapy, it would be a complex task to replicate the intricate hormonal symphony that occurs during a cisgender woman's pregnancy. Further, societal issues cannot be overlooked. Transgender women often face discrimination, stigma, and misunderstanding, which can make their journey to parenthood even more difficult. These societal pressures can cause emotional stress, which can in turn affect their overall health and well-being. Yet, amidst these challenges, there exist glimmers of hope. Medical science has been making strides in the field of reproductive health and fertility. For instance, uterus transplants, once considered a far-fetched dream, have now been successfully performed in cisgender women. This opens up the possibility that such a procedure could one day be viable for transgender women as well. Moreover, advancements in IVF and surrogacy offer alternative paths to parenthood. While these options might not involve the physical process of giving birth, they do provide the possibility of having a biological child. But perhaps the most promising prospect lies in the realm of stem cell research. Scientists are exploring the potential of creating artificial wombs and synthetic ovaries from stem cells. If successful, this could revolutionize the landscape of reproductive health, not just for transgender women, but for all individuals facing fertility challenges. Of course, these possibilities are not without their own set of challenges, ethical issues, and complex questions. Yet, they represent an exciting frontier in the pursuit of inclusive reproductive health. Despite these challenges, the possibility of transgender women giving birth is not completely out of the question. In the end, it is the resilience, courage, and determination of transgender women, coupled with the relentless progress of medical science, that keeps this dream alive. We've covered a lot of ground today, and it's important to revisit the main points. We began our journey by exploring what it means to be a transgender woman, a term that refers to individuals who were assigned male at birth but identify and live as women. This understanding is crucial because it helps us to appreciate the unique experiences and challenges that transgender women face, particularly in the context of childbirth. We then delved into the intricate process of childbirth itself. We learned that while it's a natural process for cisgender women, it's not a straightforward path for transgender women. As of now, childbirth in transgender women involves complex medical procedures like uterine transplantation, assisted reproduction techniques, and cesarean sections. But let's not forget the emotional journey that comes along with it, marked by anticipation, joy, and sometimes anxiety. Our exploration wouldn't be complete without addressing the challenges transgender women face in their pursuit of childbirth. From societal stigma to medical complications, these challenges are multifaceted and often daunting. However, it's important to remember that these hurdles are not insurmountable. With the right support, understanding, and medical care, transgender women can and do overcome these obstacles to fulfill their dream of becoming mothers. Lastly, we looked towards the future, a future that holds promise for further medical advances. The field of transgender medicine is rapidly evolving, and we can only imagine what lies ahead. From better surgical procedures to improved fertility treatments, the potential for progress is immense. This is not just about the ability to give birth, it's about affirming the identities of transgender women and recognizing their right to experience parenthood. Understanding the possibility of transgender women giving birth is a step towards greater inclusivity and understanding in our society. As our knowledge continues to expand, we hope to see a future where everyone has the opportunity to experience the joy of parenthood, regardless of their gender identity.